Okay, we're going to work on our last problem that we have in our printout for the week, and it's the one about the smoothie stop. No, it's not the one about the smoothie stop. Take that back. It is the one about visitors. It starts off with visitors. We already did the one about the smoothie stop. So gluing, take our time gluing. Use minimal glue. In this case, less is more. Just means less is going to work better than more. If I put too much down there, it's going to glue my pages together or make it harder to solve my problems. So I got my problem glued in there. I'm going to go ahead and read it now. Okay, it says visitor records showed that there were 632 students at the marina last week. There were 396 girls. How many students were boys? So I'm going to go ahead and look at this problem. I'm going to keep on using my cube strategy here. Okay, so my first thing in my cube strategy is circle numbers right there. And that's 632 students. And I'm going to go ahead and add a label to that because, well, I'll go ahead and circle the other number. And the other is 396 girl students. And so I know 632 is the total amount of students there are. I'll put a T right there. That's important. And 396 are girls. And the next step is to underline how many students were boys. So we know the total right there. And I know how many girls there are. I want to try to figure out our boys. I'm going to go ahead and kind of jump ahead a little bit. This is the last problem of the week. But this problem lends itself really well to making a strip diagram to solve it. To make a strip diagram to solve it. So, because I'm going to look through there, because my next step is to box in some keywords there, or maybe box in some things to help me solve this. And visitors' records show that there were 632 students at the marina last week, and that's the total amount of students. And there were 396 girls. How many students were boys? And I don't know, typically, a lot of times when we see words like how many more or how many were there all together and stuff, I don't see any words like that. So this is the reason why I'm going to go and make me a strip diagram here real quick. So I'm going to use the lines on my paper to make my strip diagram. So I just kind of went ahead and I'm going to use two of my lines. And I know this is a total. 632 is a total. So whenever I know the total, that's going to be the longest part of my strip diagram. So that's from here to here, 632. And that's students. There's 632 students. And I know how many girls there are. There's 396 of them are girl students. And what I'm trying to find out are the boy students. Boy students. That's the part that I'm trying to find out. Okay, and when you put in a strip diagram like that, that makes it pretty. It makes it pretty apparent. Okay, I wouldn't add those two numbers together to fill in this smaller section. That doesn't make sense. And this is really kind of also a part whole model. Okay, something you would have worked on. You were introduced with part whole models probably all the way back to kindergarten. So you've been working with part whole models for 2 or 3 years now, at least. And that's basically what this is. It's a part whole model, or in 3rd grade, we probably call it a strip diagram. So this is kind of a strip diagram. So we're trying to figure out this part right here. So this is kind of what I use. I didn't really box in anything, but I did kind of read through there and see if there's anything in there kind of told me. And really, when I looked at the 632, I knew that's all the students at the marina. So maybe I could box in that because that's all of the students that were at the marina. And that's kind of telling me if that's the total amount of students that were there. I'm kind of evaluating right now. If that's a total amount of students that were at the marina, my answer of boys, there can't be more than 632 boys at the marina because there was also 396 girls. So that's a pretty straightforward problem, a nice one-step problem. It's a subtraction problem. We need to subtract because my answer is going to be less than. I'll write that right here. We did that on another one. You'll put answer is going to be less than the total students. So my answer is going to be less than the total amount of students. So if I can't add things together to make them less than, okay, but we'll go ahead and we'll do a quick addition problem because that would probably be one of the answer choices on our answer document. So we'll put A right here. Answer choice is going to be if we add, and we'll go ahead and add them really quick. So I have 632 plus 396. So I wrote that problem down right there. And I'm going to add those numbers together. So 6 plus 2 is 8. 9 plus 3 is 12. Because it takes one more to get to 10, and the other two are going to go to the ones place. So I'm going to regroup that. And then 6 plus 3 plus 1. I know 6 plus 3 is 9, and one more would be 10. So that means end up with 1,000. I'll say that's answer choice A if they added. But we know that's false. It doesn't make sense. It's not a reasonable answer because there couldn't be more boys than there are total students. So that doesn't make sense. So we need to go ahead and subtract. I'm going to take, well, I'll show you. We'll do one more problem. A wrong way to do the problem is if we did 396 and try to take away 632 from that. That's another way that I see third graders make mistakes when they subtract. So we go ahead and we look at that. 2 from 6 is 4, and 3 from 9 is 6. We count up from 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 is 6. is 6. And then right here, I'm not really thinking about it. There's more on the floor here. I'm just going to take 3 away from 6. So we'll just go ahead and say answer choice B, if there's a multiple choice test, would probably be 364. And I mean, that's pretty close because if I was to estimate, that's 300 and that's 300. There's 300 girls, maybe there's 300 some boys. And that's a reasonable answer, but it's not the correct one. At least I don't think it is. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and do it the correct way. I'm going to take my large number, which is 362. No, that's not 300. 632. 632 is my larger number. I'm going to take the number of girls away from the total amount of students. But that's my total students. I'll take my girls away from that, 396. I can see right away I'm going to have to do some regrouping right here, and this is my girl students. So right here, I'm in the ones place. I got more on the floor. That means I got to go next door, and I'm going to get 10 more. So I'm going to take one of my 10s, and that's going to leave 2 10s. And you can either cross out the 2. On the other problems, that's what I did. Okay, but I'm just going to go ahead and put the 10s place right in front of there, like that. So 6 from 12. And I know my math facts really well. I know 6 plus 6 is 12. So 12 minus 6 would be 6. I can count up just to be sure. That's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 6. So 6 from 12 is 6. Okay, I got in the tens place now. I got 2 10s on top and 9 10s on the bottom, 20 and 90. I cannot take 90 from 20, so there's more on the floor. I'm going to go next door. I'm going to get 10 more 10s, which is 100. So I'm going to take, if I take one of my hundreds, that's going to leave 5 hundreds. That's going to give me 10 10s, or 110, or I'm sorry, 100. So basically that's 120 right there. So now I'm going to subtract 90 from 120, or 9 from 12. And I know my math fact's pretty good. I know if I'm moving up, if I moved up one more, that'd get me to 10, and then 2 more to get to 12, so that's 3. Or I can count up, so 9, 10, 11, 12 is 3. And then in the hundreds place, 500, I'm going to take 300 from 500, and so 3, 4, 5, that's 200. So that's telling me that there's 236 boy students. So that means I'm filling in my part whole model right here. There would be 236. Okay. Now I can go back and I'm going to put that as answer choice C. 236. Okay, but if I want to check, and you would have talked about this last year, how to check subtraction problems. So if I want to, and I always like to do this, if I want to check and make sure that this is right, 236 is right, I would go ahead and add the boy students and girl students together. I could do it right here, but I'll just go ahead and do another problem over here so I don't get everything all mixed up. So girl students is 396. Boy students, we said, is 236. And we'll go ahead and add those two numbers together. So I took my difference, I'm going to add it to the number of girls there are, or add the girls and boys together to make sure we get back to 632. So 6 plus 6, I know my double's really good, that's 12. So I can't put 12 in the ones place, so I'm going to put the 2 in the ones place. I'm going to regroup and move that 10 over the tens place. So 90 plus 10 plus 30, I know 9 plus 1 is 10, or 90 plus 10 is 100, plus another 30 would be 130, or 13. But in 130, the 3 would go in the tens place, and then 1 would go over in the hundreds place. And in this one, so I've got 100, 300, and 200. So 1 plus 3 plus 2. 1 plus 3 is 4, plus 2 more is 6. So 100 plus 300 plus 200 is 600. And that gets me back to my total number of students. It matches my total all the way over here. So that means I did the problem correctly. These are some, make sure you take your time if you didn't get a chance to, if you feel like I'm going a little bit fast. I've been teaching, this will be the 4th year teaching 3rd grade math. So sometimes I tend to go a little bit quick. Just go ahead and pause your video at any of these times, rewind it, look at it again, and that way if you have any problems you can look at it again. And I went ahead and I kind of paused the video right here, where I showed the whole page right there, so you can pause it and kind of look at the video a little bit longer. That way if you missed any steps, go back and review the video as many times as you need, because these are some real good strategies. I've been teaching 3rd grade for a long time now, and I've seen about all the wrong ways to do problems that you can think of. So I'm going to try to share those with you. So take your time and look at the videos. And if you have any questions, send me a message in Schoology. Have your parents send me an email, or your parents can call up here at the school If it's a complex problem or something like that, in the message, have your parents write their phone number down, and I'll give them a call back relatively quick whenever I get a chance. But it should be within the day that I'll be able to get back with you and help you out with any problems you're having. If not, you have a good day.